Well, hello out there, everyone in quarantine land. Just how are you today? Nice day here in central Wisconsin. But according to the weatherman, that's all going to change. Apparently, there's a storm coming in. Possible tornadic outbreaks. That's tornadoes for anybody out there that doesn't know anything. Even though most of them would never admit it. I have been around crazy people my entire life. People who were prone to say the wrong things or say the right things when they thought the situation suited them, and then go out and do something completely different. I've had people who said they were rock solid, back you up to the end, run away at the first sign of trouble. So, as far as myself goes, life has been a storm. It always has been. Even if there were calm periods on the in-between. Them crazy bastards are still out there. And there's people who have just as much or the same mentality as those people do, running around out there right now. The only thing that's changed is the pressure. The closer the storm or catastrophe looms in someone's mind, the more pressure they're under. And the more pressure they're under, the more apt they are to do something stupid. Out of nerves, bad judgment, or just plain being a bad freaking person. So I suppose while you're milling around the house trying to figure out what the hell you're going to do next, you could consider this. Nothing's really changed. The stakes are just higher. Because some other group of individuals has taken it upon themselves to up the ante and introduce an illness to the world that puts more pressure on everyone. So where were we? Oh yeah, storms. I guess they come in all shapes and sizes. And depending on severity, you can never predict the outcome. That goes with people, situations, hell, in some cases, depending on what kind of life you have to lead, daily events. There's always, at some point or another, for some reason or another, looming disaster associated with every day of our lives. And like I said before, nothing's really changed. Somebody just upped the ante, that's all. Kicking into motion and confirming the need for some kind of action to be taken before they go too far and accidentally kill us all. some editing issues. I had to add this in after the fact. Or kill us all by design. There are those out there that believe there are way too many of us on this planet, and that it's a natural thing for humanity to rise and fall, rise and fall, rise and fall. And there are those that actually believe it's their job to do so, or it's beneficial to themselves and their organization or group to see that happen so that they can maintain power. Have you ever heard the term transhumanism or technocrat? That's just a few of the groups and organizations trying to undermine our way of life, and in the long run don't really have our best interests at heart, only the interests of themselves and what they want to accomplish. By the way, that's what all of this is about. The fact that someone came along from the outside of their system and basically hijacked it from them. And what we have been witnessing ever since Trump took office was them trying to hijack back their power, which hasn't worked, which has led to a series of incidents ever escalating up until what we have today. Now, back to our poorly produced YouTube video. All right, here's something to consider as you're stumbling around your self-imposed, could be mandatory quarantine residence or installation. The opposition has been and is more than willing to put our lives, health, well-being at risk in order to accomplish their agenda, in order to sway public opinion, and in this case, in order to obfuscate information that's about to come to light. And what has amounted to a last-ditch effort on their part out of desperation to institute what it is they're trying to do through a world pandemic and avoid justice altogether.